This is the profiled sky here just after midday on the 14th of March 2025. Come on, lad. For some reason he's got a kink about pissing up the daffodils, and I'm sure over the last 2 weeks he's urinated up every one of them. Well, that's what they call bubble cloud on some of the TV stations. They don't report on the things that we report on. If you take a look into that there, folks. And those of you at least over 50 will not remember skies like that. Certainly not like that, and certainly not blocking the sun like that. Lingering and malingering clouds. When in actual fact what it is this, again, like I keep repeating, folks, this heavy metal shroud of toxic and non-toxic heavy metals, particulates at the nano level and at the non-nano level, folks. A utility dust that's ideal for running data into and data out of and connecting via the internet things, internet of things, internet of bodies, internet of everything really, folks. Internet of animals, the internet of fucking plants, the flora, the fauna. And they can mess with the water molecules up in the earth. They can mess with your blood molecules through this ionized, weaponized tech, folks, that links with the radar and the LiDAR, these cell towers, and all the smart devices, folks. And they don't really need any of that now, because we have this body-to-body area network now. Just come over here, lad. Not sure where this thing's going. Car coming. The body-to-body area network, wireless body area networks, the medical body area networks, and so on. And we're shrouded in this ionized, weaponized radiation in air, folks, which is ideal for running information into and out of. It's as simple as that. How nice that someone passed us at a reasonable pace. And I'm just learning today, last 24 hours, about these plasmonic nanoparticles, or plasmonic particles, or whatever fucking description. And that again are used by the military to cool the earth. And other things as weapons tech. For the radar, LiDAR systems and all the rest of it, folks. And everything I'm mentioning in this video can be quite easily researched on any search engine, folks. And then you can find the patents for it all, you can find the abstracts for it all, etc, and so on. The peer-reviewed papers on it all. And it's been going on for a lot longer than we've been talking about it, folks. Certainly me, anyway. Other people have been talking about it since the 80s. And people have been in denial of the fact that this technology even exists, and that this assault under the skin is taking place, folks. But it is. It's an assault under the skin, messing with our frequencies, our human aura. Call it what you will, we're all electrical, whether you like to hear that or not. It's so fucking simple, folks. Trees are electrical. Blades of grass, you know, emit electricity, emit a current at some level that can be detected. And ours is being manipulated, being messed with. We're being spied on through all this tech, this weapons tech. This tech that can see through the walls of buildings, yeah, and can formulate a picture. And people laugh at me when I tell them that they can see inside your house and create a digital image of what's going on in there, even in fucking colour, 3D, whatever, yeah? And people think that's crazy, but how do you think these pictures get from phone to phone? I can take a photograph now and send it through the air, yeah? It's an image. It takes an image. Using all this tech I tell you about, folks. So they've got eyes and they've got ears. And they are watching every single thing that we do. And at any given time, folks, they can track and trace and erase anyone or anything that they desire. So all this I'm showing you, folks, here, follow the finger, all this I'm showing you, yeah, right around, all of it comes from these lines here, yeah. You see the trail, people call chemtrails. There's a bigger one up in the centre of the shot here, around about there. I'll try and zoom in on it, see whether it shows it or not, but all that lot there, folks, is placed there on purpose to profile what you're seeing now. Yeah, it's multifaceted. It creates a climate system that you think is weather, that they can then run frequencies into and move. They can drop silver iodides into it, cause it to rain, cause it to snow, cause it to whatever, folks. Hurricanes, you know, anything that they want to do now, they can do. But it's all synthetic. None of it is real. Yeah? But people assume it is. And the young kids today, when you tell them about this, think it's they think it's fucking fantastic. They think it's magic. They think it's wonderful, and they welcome it, folks. They welcome this new era that we're moving into, that seemingly is unstoppable, unless billions of us were to wake up to it and just say, you know what, enough's a fucking enough. But I doubt that's going to happen. I think the awakening will come long after we are gone, folks. Which is why I am prolific in making my records, just to make sure that if there is a chance in the future that people will wake up to what's taking place then and compare it to now, then maybe they can make the necessary changes and prevent themselves from being depopulated, folks. The depopulation is taking place as I fucking speak, folks. You wouldn't believe how many people I know now personally that have cancer, that have long COVID, that have fucking all kinds of sicknesses, myocarditis, pericarditis, a mixture of the two, the myopericarditis, inflamed hearts, fatty hearts, yeah. And all because they rolled a fucking sleeve up, folks. And they don't like me telling you that, but I don't give a shit. You know, it is what it is. It has to be told. There has to be a record of it. And them denying me the right to publish these videos at some point means fuck all, because I've got detailed records. I supported Robert Kennedy Jr., right, through the scamdemic, and he was giving me information. The Children's Health Defence were sending me information and give me permission to publish their articles in a lot of those 115 books that I did, yeah? And now you've got Robert Kennedy Jr. saying that Donald Trump, he's praising Donald Trump's warp speed efforts. And this is Robert Kennedy Jr., who, you know, a lot of us supported and wanted to be in some position to prevent what is now ailing by telling us that Mr. Trump did the right thing with his warp fucking speed nonsense. And the death and destruction from off of that. Like Jeff Buick, the dollar vigilante, summed up in his latest video. Yeah, he summed up Donald Trump was the guy that ushered in the death sentence. You know, people have now voted in again and forgotten exactly what he did the first time round. And are believing that he can now fix a lot of the things, you know, that he's responsible for, folks. It's all swings and fucking roundabouts. And since I grew up and left school, I've had no horse in that voting race. Me, we never voted. Me and Debbie don't fucking vote. Because, like I've always said, and my dad always taught me, he always said to me, my dad, politics is the left wing and the right wing of just one bird that drops the same fucking turd, son. And avoid it like the plague. You know, and as thick as I was at 15, that sunk in and I've never forgotten it, folks. And believe me, I was thick. I probably still am. But look carefully into that shot, folks. I'll zoom in a tad for you, then it doesn't go too blurry. But you can see that line there glowing behind that stands out from any cloud. You see the long one there stands out from that cloud because it's basically, like I keep telling you, it's this shroud. All this cotton wool bubble effect here, this heavy metal nanoparticulate nonsense that they want us all connected into. The Internet of Things, the Internet of Bodies, the Internet of every fucking thing on earth, folks. And they want us all connected into that. Data into, data out of. And those that took the sleeve roll up thing a few years ago will be regretting it because they're getting augmented into this digital system a lot quicker than people like me, yeah? You know, maybe there's still a chance for us. I don't know. We were talking to a lady in Oldham yesterday. We had to go up to Oldham on a bit of a medical mission, which I won't go into. And we went into a store there and we were talking to a lady. And she just happened to say to Debbie, how come you're walking so bad? So Debbie said, well, I've got what they call MS. And then the woman said to Debbie, come on, lad. This lady said to Debbie, oh, so it's not the you-know-what jabs that have made you ill then? And Debbie says, well, it just seems odd you've said that to someone like me. And the woman says, well, let me tell you. She said, since I had mine, she said, I've got the heart problems. She's got the precancerous, this, that, and the other fucking things. You wouldn't believe the list of things that she said, and the long COVID. And she said to Debbie, I know for a fact it's them shots and I should have never, ever taken them. And that was a complete, not a stranger, just asking Debbie why, you know, she wasn't so clever on her feet. And before we could even tell her anything, she just came out with that diatribe and then off she trotted as if she was educating us. You know, we didn't get to tell her that we haven't submitted ourselves to any of that nonsense. She knows nothing about who we are or what we do. And the other horrific thing I noticed around Oldham was the cell towers. I did a video in 2017 because the Asian community there asked me to go and film as many of the cell towers they were putting up as possible. And this has been the first time back into that area, Oldham, yesterday. Not only have those cell towers increased, but those tampon-looking things that they're putting now on the street corners with all the boxes with them. I've never seen so many in my life. They're on top of blocks of living quarters, flats as they call them over here in the UK, these apartments, council rented apartments. They're on every fucking street corner. It's just unreal. I've never seen that many in my life in any one place. And Oldham has this humongous Asian community, folks. And they were worried about it all in 2017. They must be scared fucking shitless now. But like I say, we were on a bit of a mercy medical mission yesterday, so we didn't get to film anything. But just take a look at this one, how it glows, folks. Just take a look at it, yeah? Remember that there are constituent parts to them spray lines, such as silver iodides, which cool and cause this cooling effect. Despite the fact the sun's out, my ears are fucking freezing, my fingers are freezing, and it's midday, yeah? Silver iodides, aluminium oxides, cadmium, coal fly ash, which gives this dirty effect, human animal depleted blood cells, which can add to the colour in the atmosphere, folks, make it orange and red and purple, and graphene. Think about that. Large amounts of graphene oxide, that once ingested at body temperature turns to graphene hydroxide, yeah, that then makes you connectable to the internet. You become a processor, yeah, an operating system where data can be run into and out of me, into a computer, into a smart device, into a Fitbit, whatever, even into my fucking dog if I so had them chipped, and their information whizzed into me and around, shared. Crazy, folks. It's absolutely crazy, and it's all done with what's going on up in the air, the nanoparticulates, the heavy metals, of all this shit that I keep talking about, folks. But seriously, you need to do as much research as you can and look up plasmonic nanoparticulates. And you can look them up for military uses. Plasmonic nanoparticulates for weather modification. Have a look at that. Straight to the fucking military documents you take them. If you do the research right, folks, and it's not difficult to do. So anyway, we'll get back now. I'm going to have a cup of tea and a piece of lemon panettone, an Italian lemon panettone that someone has kindly bought us. And these two will get a piece as well. Why fucking not, folks? At the end of the day now, he's sitting down, is he? Go sit on the bench for 5 minutes. Come on. At the end of the day, something's going to kill us. Something's got to kill us. You know, and if that's the case, then it may as well be, it may as well be a piece of Battenberg or a fucking side of ham or something, or a pork pie, folks, as opposed to anything I'm going to ever subject myself to medically. And with that shot, come on you, come on, with that shot of what should be a beautiful spring time, instead of the blot, we kid ye not, my two best friends